Now at 3, these new photos showing us what investigators found inside the San Jose gunman's home, including 22,000 rounds of ammunition and 12 guns. We're live at the scene. And as investigators try to answer why a gunman took the lives of 9 of his co-workers, for so many families, these answers still will not bring back their loved ones. But we will hear their heartbreaking stories as we remember the victims.
And the excessive heat watch for Salado County has just been upgraded to a warning with heat advisories for most of the North Bay and East Bay. Your full Memorial Day weekend forecast in just a few minutes. Stick around. KRON 4 News at 3 starts right now.
Now, from the Bay Area's local news station, this is KRON 4 News at 3.
Look at these new photos just released by the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. It shows us the evidence collected from inside Sam Cassidy's San Jose home. You can see the bags of ammunition. There are guns and many other items that can cause harm. Thank you so much for joining us here on KRON 4 News at 3 o'clock today. I'm Justine Waldman, and we just learned about what has been found during a search of the gunman's home, which he set on fire. This includes multiple cans of gasoline, suspected Molotov cocktails, 12 firearms, and about 22,000 rounds of various types of ammunition. All of that just found inside of his home. And the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office says that the shooting was planned and that Cassidy wanted to take as many lives as possible. We'll continue our coverage right now with KRON 4's Charles Clifford. He has been at the gunman's home in San Jose all day today. And Charles, I understand that there was an update where we learned new information about some explosive devices that were found inside the home.
Yeah, you know, as we're getting these new details from the Sheriff's Office, the search actually continues here along Angmar Court at the gunman's home. They've been here for 3 days. They're probably going to be here for at least a couple more hours. And as you mentioned, they did find a suspicious device inside the house today. Friday morning, the San Jose Police Department bomb squad discovered what they describe as a suspicious device in the attic of the home of Samuel Cassidy. Just after noon, police took actions to, as they describe it, render the item safe. Several small popping sounds could be heard coming from inside the home. Upon closer inspection, it was determined that the device was not explosive in nature.
After closer review and rendering it safe, they discovered that the device in fact was inert and was comprised of wires and batteries.
They do say that the inside of Cassidy's home is very cluttered.
I would describe it as a possible hoarder situation that is to be determined by other experts, but at this time there are several pieces of items that obviously you can see from the exterior of the perimeter that is very cluttered in that neighboring area of the driveway, and so that extends throughout the house itself, and again was a challenge for our officers to maneuver through.
All right, back live now. The police department is trying to finish up their investigation here this evening. They've taken out a lot of equipment here in just the last hour or so. There's still some units left on scene. They're very eager to be able to return Angmar Court to the other neighbors here who've had to basically been kind of out of their houses for the last couple of days. But for now, in the South Bay, Charles Clifford, KRON 4 News.
Thank you so much, Charles. And we now have new information from the VTA this afternoon, where VTA officials are saying that Cassidy was scheduled to report to work on Wednesday, but was not scheduled to have a disciplinary hearing. The VTA is reviewing all the records pertaining to Cassidy to see if he behaved in any way that made his coworkers fearful. And the union representing Cassidy released a statement just moments ago on the horrific incidents at the VTA rail yard. I'll read it to you now. It says, "I wish to make it crystal clear that the ATU Local 265 officials who were at the site of this unfathomable tragedy were not, repeat, not there to attend any disciplinary or Skelly rights hearings or to respond to any job site or racial-oriented complaints. I was at the yard simply to check on working conditions and the continual safety of the dedicated men and women who work there." This statement is coming from the president of the ATU Local 265. And now let's focus on the victims. And we have some new pictures now of Michael Rudimetkin. He is one of the 9 VTA employees killed on Wednesday. The 40-year-old started working with the VTA as a mechanic in 2013 and eventually became an electromechanic and then an overhead line worker. According to his mother, Rudimetkin also served as a youth minister and pastoral council member at his church in San Jose. He was also a lifelong friend of San Jose Council member Raul Perales, and we have shared their stories here. This is Michael at the bottom of your screen. The other 8 of the colleagues also in this picture were lost on Wednesday in that horrific shooting, and we continue to learn more about each one of them as the days go on. And here at KRON 4, we do send our condolences to each of their families and also continued support to the VTA family.